Hi, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Journeys with Jean. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. As you can see, it has been a really beautiful October day here. That has been so inspiring, nurturing, healing. And that is the subject of today's talk, is how to have a healthy body, mind, and spirit. And how do we go about that? And what did my guides have to say on that? Well, they said, as you have just read, that everything is connected, and that some people will feel today that we can see that there's a lot of spiritually unhealthy people. And we can tell by the violence going on in the world and how people certainly aren't living by the golden rule. So what is being spiritually healthy? Well, it is the golden rule. And because our body, mind, and spirit is all connected, we want to watch like physically what we're eating, how we're physically taking care of ourselves. That's very apparent. And we know how we probably could be doing a little bit better with that. But our mind, are we aware of how often we're having self-defeating thoughts? In childhood, were we told some message by someone and we embraced that negative message and we believed it to be true, and then we end up perpetuating it? How many self-defeating thoughts do we have a day? So I think the first thing to do with that is to have an awareness and gently catch ourselves and surround that thought with light, with love, with self-forgiveness, and dismiss it. And then have an affirmation ready of what we would like to improve about ourselves. Because the subconscious mind takes it all in, doesn't judge something as good or bad. It just says, oh, you're thinking this, so it is. And I've experimented with this, and there's times that I've walked around my house when I haven't felt so good, and I'll say out loud, I feel great, I feel wonderful. Now, part of me feels a little bit sarcastic about this, but lo and behold, I begin feeling lifted and I begin feeling better and on the mend, so to speak. So we need to support our mental processes and have those be positive and be healthy as well. Healthy spiritually, what is that? And please feel free to, in the comments section, put down what you think spiritual health is. And do we have it ourselves? Are we seeing it in others? And as we know, spiritual paths, one can so differ from another, but we all do have a spiritual path. Some people will gravitate to a more formalized religion, and others are more, I guess we could say, free spirits with their spiritual connections. I think however we demonstrate it, it's just important that it is. And what are indicators of good spiritual health? Being mindful of our thought processes, being aware of when we're judging ourselves, judging someone else, being able to walk a mile in someone else's shoes, seeing what shaped them, trying to have compassion. But spiritual health also is healthy boundaries for us. And some people have been raised to have a problem with their spiritual boundaries and what are they and when to enlist them. But they are so important to spiritual health. So if we can live by the golden rule and do the best that we can. I think that's all that we can really ask of ourselves. And that, to me, life is the classroom, and we come down to learn. And by design, we just aren't going to get things right off the bat, first time, first attempt at everything. I think that we find our way. And I heard this sentence yesterday and I wrote it down and I really like it, that failure is the first attempt at learning. And I just think that's great because it helps us be able to have self-forgiveness for when we haven't made decisions that haven't been for the highest and best. So we want to, back to the self-conscious, we want to be able to work with that in a very constructive way. And so it will start with the conscious mind. We can have our conscious mind give the messages to the subconscious mind. Also heard another phrase that I thought was interesting, and that someone can be spiritually immature. Please add in the comments section, what do you think spiritual immaturity is? Is it just not paying attention to the natural connection that we all really have available? Is it just not having enough experience? Spiritually immature, what does that mean? Now, with healing, we want to certainly go to our physical doctors because they do have so much figured out. But also, many watching this video are already certified and practiced divine healers, whether it's Reiki or there's so many wonderful techniques that are related. Working with pressure points, advanced energy therapy, spiritualist healing. They're all cousins in their modalities. And what they have differences in the techniques, but they're all working with divine energy, which I think the people that will watch this channel are already familiar with or are ready to be introduced to. So divine healers on this planet, some have the mission to be well known, and some are very quiet in their effectiveness. There's no fame, yet they are known locally and they are incredibly effective. So that a talk about those healers and divine healing is its own video, and I think I'll put that together for you. But what I wanted to end with is to ask my guides to have a meditation for you about cultivating and supporting a state of health, body, mind, and spirit. So sometimes I have an idea of how this is going to begin, and then they add their own words and what they think will contribute to the group that is going to watch this video. So place yourself in a comfortable position. If you have to get yourself ready somehow for a meditation, you can pause this video and let's begin. So sitting comfortably, but in a state of awareness, a state of presence. Bring your energy inward as you gently close your eyes. Begin to notice your breath. But without forcing or judging. And begin to elongate your inhales and exhales. And with each inhale, you are inviting in feeling centered, feeling at peace, at ease. And with each exhale, you are releasing any areas of tightness or holding, and bring yourself into the present moment. And that any sounds that you may hear in your own environment or on this video only further serve to ground you as you are connecting to your own inner divinity. And you're going to receive some color therapy. And you either picture the color that is right for you today, or you just know the color. And it begins to pour down into your crown chakra. And this color or combination of colors may bring a sensation with it, or it may not. Just know that it is working. And as this color fills your head, neck, shoulders and arms, torso, hips, legs, and feet, a harmony is brought into this area. And if you hear that dog barking in the background, he is only wanting to bring you joy and help you to realize that joy brings you spiritual health, and that your environment is ready to support you in bringing you more joy. It's alerting you. It's as if the joy is saying, hey, I'm here. It's time to embrace me. And you ask for all of the glands in your body that support health, whether it's body, mind, or spirit, that they activate and release what is healthy in your body. And these chemicals say, the joy is here, the health is here. And you picture a blue sky with beautiful cumulus clouds. And connecting with that blue and those clouds helps you to feel lifted, feel joyous. And you are now connected to a very spiritual place. And your guides that are healers are with you. And you ask them, what can I do? How can I support myself to maintain, support, and expand a great state of health? What can I do? And you are ready to take off with this knowledge. It may be that the rest of the message is going to be brought to you while you sleep tonight. And even if you don't remember the message, know that it will be surfacing and rising to your conscious mind. Be aware of signs. So gently let go of this practice, but remain in the state of calm, of bliss. And remember the message that the dog's bark brings to you. Hey, I'm Joy. I'm here. I'm ready to blend with you. So as you gently bring yourself back, let go of the practice. The deeper that you were, the longer you'll take, and that's okay. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. And how was that for you? So, of course, doing this meditation outside, the unexpected happens like the dog's bark throughout it. But when I said the final part about absorbing that message, I heard the dog's owner come out and tell the dog to be quiet. So let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know whatever you're thinking, kindly, of course. So ending today's talk about health, I asked, and I do like working with cards. And there's all the times that I just work with the spirit, I just work psychically, but I enjoy the cards too. And a little bit earlier before this recording, I drew from the Illuminati deck, and I asked for information about spiritual health and what information to give to this group watching. I got the World card, the Hierophant, and the Princess of Wands. What this means to me is that when we're on the journey to maintain or achieve a greater state of health, the world is our oyster. The world is there for us to access, and Spirit invites us to do so. The Hierophant, have your spiritual network in whatever form or forms that takes. It really does assist. I think often enough we can say that our spiritual path at one time in our life looked a certain way, and then it evolved into looking another type of way. Our spiritual path can shift and change as we expand. And the Princess of Wands use these tools and know that you're at the beginning of achieving that greater sense of peace and bliss. And I'm also getting the message that whatever challenges that you're going through at this time, you're going to come through them. You're going to come out of the other side. And Spirit says it's a very important group to give, a message to give this group today. So thank you so much for watching. And as I said earlier, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And I appreciate all of my time with you, and thank you for being part of my journey. And now you're hearing my dog. So something about dog energy today. So thank you very much, everyone.